Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is David Schlotthauer here in the home weather office for May the 19th, 2023. In this video, we are going to be looking at the upcoming weather pattern as there is subtle changes coming. Warmer weather across the northern tier of the United States with cooler and wetter weather possibly for the southeast and for the deep south. Now, if you're new to the channel and you really like these detailed weather videos and updates, please consider subscribing if you're new, hitting the like button, and sharing this video with their family and friends on social media. So without further ado, let's take a look at our current weather conditions happening right now across the United States because we have the monsoon in the desert southwest. We have a weather system passing across the Midwest in Missouri, and we have a subtropical system moving up the eastern seaboard near North Carolina, and then we have a passing weather system approaching Wisconsin. So let's take a look now first at our system hugging the North Carolina coast. This is a subtropical storm, not a hurricane, not a tropical storm, not even an extratropical storm. This is subtropical because we do have a frontal boundary associated with this, but nevertheless it is bringing moderate to heavy rainfall over New Bern. If you are in Elizabeth City, we're seeing a couple of showers there. In Wilmington, it is currently 75 there, where we did have some moderate to heavy rainfall early on. We're now starting to see skies clear out a little bit, but temperatures there not too bad. We're in the mid to upper 60s at this hour. When we take a look now at the Midwest here, this is where we are tracking a system, and there is an associated cold front with this. This is moving through Wichita, Emporia, Kansas City, Columbia over I-70 at this time. Temperatures really dropping once that colder air moves in. Had temperatures earlier in the 70s, dropping now into the upper 50s as that cooler air moves southward. We're also seeing some strong showers and thunderstorms in Texas really popping off there. These are containing some large hail, some strong gusty winds, and a few spin-ups perhaps. Look at those temperatures in the 90s out ahead of this. So a lot of moisture, lots of heat with these storms, and so there is going to be some large hail with those strong thunderstorms. And then last but not least, as we do take a look now at the monsoon over the desert southwest, yes, it is out there again. We're seeing the daytime heating. It's heating up the ground. We have the moisture in place, and that leads to strong thunderstorms. Even the Sierras here, we are seeing thunderstorms there pop up, especially across the southern Sierras is where we're seeing the best chances of storms. Now that's a look at your current weather. Let's take a look at what's ahead for the next 7 days. Looking at the European model for Friday afternoon, this is May the 19th, 2023. We can see where our systems are. Like I mentioned in yesterday's video, this is kind of the style that we're looking at here is basically current conditions. This is what the model is seeing right now. The monsoon in the desert southwest, a weather system moving through the Midwest, and that subtropical system moving across the eastern seaboard. So let's put this into motion for tomorrow afternoon. That same system that is in the Midwest will be impacting the eastern half of the U.S. all the way from New York into Pennsylvania. If you're in West Virginia, if you are in portions there of Maryland, if you're in Virginia, Tennessee, Georgia, if you are in the Carolinas, yeah, it's going to be raining by tomorrow afternoon and evening as that weather system sweeps on through. The monsoon going to continue here for a few more days across Tucson, Arizona, if you're in Albuquerque, New Mexico, if you are in Colorado, if you are in Utah, just be aware, yep, you get the drill. Sunny skies in the morning, turning stormy in the afternoon, thanks to the monsoonal moisture that is in place. And that destabilizes things because when you heat up the ground, you add moisture, there's more latent heat release, you get more thunderstorm buildups. The air is more unstable under this circumstance. So taking the clock forward now into Sunday, that weather system moves offshore finally, so leaving lots of the eastern U.S., the northern plains, even the Great Lakes much quieter, including for the Northeast and the Deep South, other than maybe some a stalled out front here over Florida that could keep the showers going. But otherwise, a lot of the activity here is across the Intermountain West with that monsoon still in full swing for the weekend. This is May 21st, by the way. May 22nd, again, the monsoon is back in town again. Gonna see more showers, more thunderstorms, more shower chances down here in Florida. And then that continues for the next, say, 4 to 5 days through Tuesday, through Wednesday. We might get more showers returning across the high plains, including Florida, including Texas, Kansas, Nebraska, and the Dakotas, with lesser monsoonal moisture here by the middle of the week for Arizona, which is good. And then the pattern looks to change after that, with more disturbing weather up here in the northern high plains and the northern plains, with maybe shower chances, hopefully to extinguish those fires up there in Canada. Now that we took a look at your precipitation forecast and the overall weather pattern, why don't we take a look at our temperature anomalies? I'm going a little over the board here as far as weather models go, and I've decided to make this video more reliable and more accurate by adding our 51 ensemble members to the mix. So this is the look at the Euro ensemble forecast for your temperature anomaly for the next 10 days or so. And as we can see here, days 1 through 8, this is the 7-day temperature average anomaly. So over the next 7 days, you're likely to see temperatures that will be above average across the northern plains of the US, across in the Intermountain West like Nevada, and even for California, while most of the ensembles here for the 1 to day 8 range are looking at temperatures that are going to likely range between 2 to 5 degrees below average. Not going to be super cold, but it is not going to be extremely warm, if that makes sense, because of the temperature anomalies here are below average. Fast forwarding this all the way through the next 5 to 12 days, still warm up here across the northern plains on the ensemble forecast, as well as Canada, where all those fires are just burning out of control. Below average temperatures here for Texas and the southeast, including for portions of California, which is nice to see. Nice to get a little bit of a break, especially for the west. We're not ready for summer heat yet, and that's going to be the case. We're not ready for the excessive warm temperatures, because those temperatures will likely be somewhat below average for the 7 to 14 day forecast. Now, your Euro ensemble temperature, actual air temperature forecast here, we're going to look at, let's go into tomorrow, and we can see most areas here in the upper 60s, low 70s, maybe even some upper 70s down here for the deep south. Temperatures in the 70s and 80s across the Intermountain West. Let's go into Sunday afternoon, May the 21st. Little warmer here for the plains, more like mid to upper 70s, even some lower 80s here on the Euro ensemble forecast for Montana, for portions of southern Alberta and southern Saskatchewan, Canada. Quite warm down here across the desert southwest, but not unbearably warm. I mean, barely in the triple digits here on the Euro forecast. And then by Monday, same ordeal. Temperatures are going to be quite warm, and even warmer. Look at that. By Tuesday afternoon, May the 23rd here, we can see temperatures are going to be ranging in the upper 70s to lower 80s, even some middle 80s down here across Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas. So let's go forward now all the way into Thursday. Maybe some slight cooling across the plains, but still very warm for this time of the year. And then it warms back up again by Thursday, May the 25th, with really with a hot dome of hot air that's going to be in place. So not much changes in the forecast, with Canada remaining pretty warm for late May. Well, that's gonna sum it up for today's video. If you did enjoy the video and detailed forecast, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, and sharing this video with your family and friends on social media. And most importantly, check out trilogymaps.com. There's a link in the description below this video. Until next time, I'll be back in the weather office again tomorrow with another detailed forecast at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time.